Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of CHARCHA-E-BSCHOOL today. And I have with me Aditya. He's a student from IIM Trichy. And so let's dive deep into the exciting world of the college life there. And I'm thrilled to have this special person who's going to tell us a lot about the campus life. So, Aditya, so tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience at IIM Trichy.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me here, first of all. So, talking about myself, just like most of you, I am also an engineer, and just like most of you, I am a mechanical engineer. So, my journey started with VJTI. I did my BTech from VJTI Mumbai, and I had 2 years of work at Capgemini. And fortunately, I converted IIM Trichy that year after doing CAT. So, that's how I ended up coming into IIM Trichy. So I do not have any such plans of going to any any of the coachings and do full-time MBA. But fortunately, I converted, so that's how I ended up here. So now,
Right.
uh, talking about the experience, so it's it's always a good feeling that you are into an IIM. So my experience so far is kind of good. It gave me one of the kind of rigorous academic experience, and it gave me an opportunity to apply my learnings that I had in the corporate world into the real life problems. So it's kind of good.
So last year, when you had to make a decision which IIM to join, so did you also face any difficulty? IIM Raipur, Udaipur versus Trichy or anything as such?
Yeah. So I had some of my seniors from my college in IIM Trichy. So I had already, first of all, I was not aware about like which IIM should I go. Should I repeat my like CAT exam or should I continue this year? But fortunately, I had my seniors in IIM Trichy, so they guided me that yeah, it is a good IIM and you should definitely consider it. So I didn't get kind of full convert into IIM Udaipur, so that option was already eliminated, and I was
Okay.
kind of waitlisted in I guess IIM Raipur. So I had to decide between IIM Ranchi and IIM Trichy.
Okay.
So yeah, so but there were many students who were facing this dilemma of whether to choose any of the IIM. But my take is like all of them are equally good. You should respect each and every IIM. So yeah, it's a personal decision that everyone needs to take. So I think that should be taken by them only. So they should do their primary and secondary research and not just rely on anyone else.
Right. So Aditya, just paint us a picture of what the atmosphere is like on the campus.
Yeah, so talking about the campus at IIM Trichy, it is one of the best campus that you can ever see in the new IIMs. It is a fully functional campus, and I think it has started operating from 2017, if I'm not wrong. And so, like, you will, if you want to have a visual representation of the campus, you can head to the official website of IIM Trichy. Therein, you will be able to see it in the virtual reality mode. So you have all the functionalities right from fully functional classrooms to gym to swimming pool to the table tennis courts and cricket ground and what's not. So it's kind of good. You will not
Love.
miss it. So just one thing is there, the climate at Trichy is little on the water side. So that needs to be taken care.
Yeah. Lovely. Great to hear that. Also, can you tell us about the clubs and committees at IIM Trichy? Which ones are the most popular and what kind of activities do they organize?
Yeah. So talking about the clubs and committees, so let me start with the academic clubs. So the popular ones are Sigma Eta. It is a operations club at IIM Trichy. So they do various activities and engagements pertaining to operations domain, and they also kind of help us in preparing the subjects related to operations in our first term or second term or any other term. So second one is Finvest. Finvest is the finance and like a finance club of IIM Trichy, and they kind of do all the activities related to that domain, right from managing the portfolio and organizing any events as such. So event organization is the core activity that is being followed in all the clubs. So you will see ample amount of events that are being, hosted at any point of time in IIM. And talking about my own club, it is also a famous club, guys. So I belong to the Matrix. It is the Tech and Analytics Club of IIM Trichy, and we do all the events related to analytics. So the kind of Excel. Uh, we try to keep it as simple as possible because most of the students are not very much familiar to kind of this domain. But we try to plan events so that students could have some kind of learning experience throughout.
Right.
So if you wanted to know more about the clubs, then you can again go to the IIM Trichy website. You will find a segregated view of academic clubs and non-academic clubs and parties as well.
Great. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the academic rigor, how difficult it is there, and what all components are included in your grade. Like here at IIM Raipur, we have quiz, assignments, project, presentations. Anything extra that adds in your component, or is it the same everywhere?
Yeah, I think it is almost the same for every other college. So academically, yeah, it is kind of rigorous. I may not be the right person to ask this question, but since I had joined the organization like in one by just giving me one day of leave from my corporate world to the academic world. So I think I didn't have the time to sit back and relax,
Yeah.
but it is manageable. So it's not that much difficult. The first two terms will be relatively on the heavier side for you, but as and when you will be progressing, it will be a kind of learning experience for you, and you will be able to manage it. So it depends on your kind of commitment that you are going to do to the subjects, and it is very essential to target some of the subjects that you are very strong at. And if you are able to do that, then I think you will be able to score very, very good.
Okay. In second year, how do you choose specialization? Because like in my institute, there is a bidding system.
Yeah, so we also have the similar kind of bidding system. It is not much dependent on your CGPA, but some points are given to CGPA. There will be some points which will be common for all of them, and then the bidding will happen. So again, you have to form a strategy of which subjects you should go for based on the environments, uh, talking to different students what they wanted to have, and then you have to segregate and target those subjects that you wanted to have the most. So it's also a bidding.
Okay, great. So can you share with us one of the most memorable experiences from your time so far? We would love to hear a great story.
Yeah, I think the most memorable incident is that I had given my resignation on 10th of May. I exactly remember the date on which I had converted IIM Trichy, and I went on to my manager stating that I am going to leave the organization, and so that was kind of the most memorable incident for me. He had uh, he had not expected this, so yeah, that's the memorable.
Right. And some of our audience are also freshers. So freshers are generally skeptical whether or not they'll find it easy there. So what should they do in these 2 months before joining?
I think they should relax and have some kind of good amount of sleep because they are the ones who will be able to kind of do a lot of certifications because they do not have a lot much to add in their resume. So I think they should relax and sit back at home for now. They should take proper sleep, and once they join the IIM, any IIM, then I think they should focus on the certifications.
Yeah. But also, the time is only term one is already very hectic and we don't have time to do certifications there. Don't you think we should start right now about the certifications and live projects?
So if it is a hectic like for you in the first term, then I think it will be hectic throughout the 6 terms. So if you are able to manage it really well, then I think uh, like it will be better for you. If you are going to start it right away, then what will happen is you will end up losing your kind of energy at the early stage, and you may not be able to perform that much well in the first term. So my advice will be stay fresh and go with full preparation. Start at the day one and do your best on the first term.
Okay, great. Again, before we take some questions from the audience, I just want to ask what advice you want to give to the prospective students who are considering IIM Trichy? Any tips for making the best out of the college experience?
Uh, so talking about IIM Trichy, it is like it is famous for finance domain. So anyone who is interested to be part of like who wanted to do their MBA from finance, I think they should be ready with uh, the certifications if they wanted to have, because there will be a lot of competition in this domain. And if you wanted to make the most out of it, then this is the right time for you. You should be very, very well prepared. If you are from BCom background, then I think you will have a little bit of edge. But if you are an engineer, then I think you need to have some kind of certifications so that the recruiter might know you are also interested in finance.
Right.
So this is the tip that I would like to give to them.
A very interesting one. So the chat box is now open for questions. I would like to ask one little question till the students' time. So any scholarships or courses they are provided by the institute, like CFA is given, a scholarship is given to CFA students. So how many percentage of students do actually get that?
So CFA is kind of a program that is being given to IIM Trichy by CFA Institute. So it is dependent on the professor as well as on the CFA Institute. Last year they had given scholarships to I think 5 people, if I'm not wrong. So this number can fluctuate. So for that you need to have very good grades in finance related subjects, and you need to have good knowledge about it. So grades will not work, but you will get ample amount of scholarship in that exam, because CFA is kind of a relatively expensive exam. So uh, IIM Trichy has been affiliated by CFA Institute, so that's why you are getting CFA scholarship. Now talking about some other scholarships, then there are government scholarships available. So I think these are available in all the IIMs. So there is nothing specific to IIM Trichy that they are giving scholarships. But all of them are government scholarships. And I think this year, a lot of students have received government scholarships. So you can check the scholarship section of IIM Trichy to have more detailed view about it. Talking about what was your next question?
Okay, now that's it. From the chat box, we have Sahil, who's asking how's Trichy for marketing.
Yeah, for marketing, I think every college is good. So I think if you are going to any of the college, most of the roles you will find in the sales and marketing only. So it's not that how good it is for marketing. It is more like how better you will perform when you will be given that opportunity in sales or marketing. So if you are a person who can easily convince people and who can be able to do a lot of sales, then I think it can be a great opportunity for all of you. And you will see companies like top companies recruiting for this role as well. And yeah, but I think IIM Raipur and IIM Ranchi are also very good at sales and marketing. So I think you should have a look at these colleges as well.
Uh, he has a follow-up question. Does marketing profile get sales role or core marketing role? See, I'm also telling from my experience, marketing usually starts from a sales role. So what is your take? You can continue this.
Yeah. So you may not be able to get a proper marketing role at the beginning, But there are certain companies which will give you marketing role. So it depends. So you cannot be 100% sure that you will be getting a marketing role. You may have to do sales for the initial period, especially for the internship. You may have to do.
Okay. So we have now call our ranking between certain colleges. So IIM Trichy versus SCMHRD.
Uh, yeah, it's a tough call, but you can have see whether you are going to IIM Trichy or SCHMRD. You should be knowing that you are going in which domain. So if you wanted to go in finance, then definitely I would say IIM Trichy is your college to go. If you want to go in some other domain, then I think you should be talking to people in SCHMRD and then again IIM Trichy to get out of your decision. So
Exactly.
you should be clear where you are going. So there is one more question from many of the people. How is IIM Trichy HR versus other
Yeah.
core MBA? So if you want to go in HR domain, so it's a completely different league. So recruiter will not entertain you guys say stating that you have chosen HR as a domain and now uh, you want to take role in some other core domain. So you really need to convince the recruiter in that case that this was the thing that had happened with me, and now I am planning to do this. So you need to be very clear at the beginning. That's what I would say.
Right. We have more questions like similar ones like Trichy versus Ranchi, Trichy versus IIT Kharagpur. So, in short, can you just tell me what are the factors should one consider before making a choice?
I think the most important factor should be the domain that you are going to that you wanted to go to, and apart from that, there is a fees factor which is kind of more important for most of the people. So IITs are having relatively lower fees, but at the same time, they do not have the IIM tag. And the second, one more important factor is the like immersion program, foreign exchange. So if you are planning to do your MBA from IITs, then in that case, you might not be able to get the entire semester in the foreign. And if you are planning to go for foreign exchange, then I think you should only go to IIMs because they have kind of more foreign exchange programs, and you will be able to go to many of the foreign countries for entire semester. So these are the three important factors that you should consider. Apart from that, if you want to consider more factors, then there is a climate and whatnot. Then you can consider everything.
Right. I can see that you have some issues with the climatic conditions at Trichy.
Yeah, like I do not have any issues. I am from Maharashtra only, so
Okay.
like I am adaptable to it.
Okay, great. So, are you aware what's the average batch percentile? Because someone has asked this.
Batch strength, I think it was 360 for PGPM core and somewhere around 50 for HR.
And what was the average percentile at which they converted, if you're aware of the stat?
Like gender issue.
Yeah. No, no. The CAT percentile I'm talking
No, I don't have any idea about this.
about. Right. Okay, so Utkarsh is asking a question. As a North Indian, how difficult it is to adjust in studying in a Trichy location. So, because it's also so far away from their homes, and generally it is believed that Trichy has more crowd from the South India. So he's asking, is it difficult to adjust?
Yeah, so there is a difference between perception and reality. So first, I would like to tell you that in this year, I think there were 80 people from Maharashtra. So
Oh,
I think you should have like you should not believe anything. It's not that much difficult if you are getting a call and if you wanted to come to this college, then I think for 2 years you have to make a decision and you should come. Talking about the climate situation, so it is around like it is on the relatively hotter side for North Indians definitely. So if you are able to manage it, then I think it's better. Otherwise, you can carry an umbrella and you can come. So
okay.
or else
So
you can go
how's
to
the next is how's the hostel life? So do they have single occupancy or double occupancy?
I think for the upcoming batch, it will be double occupancy. It will be single occupancy. So for now, it was double occupancy. Like just before we were leaving, they were constructing a hostel. It was already done. Construction was done. Just installation of lifts and lights and all that was remaining. So I think for the next batch, it will be single occupancy, but fingers crossed.
Right. So Mukesh asked, is the fees included for the student exchange program in your term fees?
I think for the student exchange program, it depends on which college that you wanted to go. So fees generally not included, only the term fees of the college that you are planning to go, that is kind of included. Living expense and accommodation that you need to take care in most of the colleges. In some of the colleges, you may also need to pay the term fees over there.
Right. Anushka asks, in which countries do you have foreign exchange programs?
I think you can check our official website, but if I can tell you a gist about it, so most of the colleges are from Europe, and you can go to any of these colleges and you can travel entire Europe. So it's like the cities are not that much far away. It's manageable.
Right. And Jobal has a question. So IIM Bangalore was mentoring you. So what culture from IIM Bangalore is inherited in IIM Trichy?
And see, I joined the institute 1 year ago. I am not aware about what IIM Bangalore does, but definitely you will be able to get that IIM Wala feeling in IIM Trichy. So that's for sure. You will be able to enjoy all your campus life and everything that happens in IIMs.
And another question is, how is the mess food at Trichy?
Yeah. So if you are an engineer and if you have kind of eaten in the government schools, then it will be good for you. Otherwise, I think if you are kind of coming from your home freshly into IIMs, then you might get bored. So depends. Otherwise,
Right.
you have to kind of, there is a separate FNB committee who is kind of making the menu and all for the mess. So it is entirely driven by students. So your feedback will be taken care of.
Yeah, and someone is skeptical about, ragging from seniors.
I think there is no such thing that happens in IIM Trichy.
Yeah.
So first week will be the induction week, wherein you will be given kind of rigorous activities, and you will be also going to do some outbound activities. And after that, it will be very, very chill. Everything, every senior will talk to you. They will, it depends on you as a person, how you are going to approach them. So if you are kind of friendly, then I think it is one. So ragging is strictly prohibited in any of these colleges as of now.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Even from my experience, the seniors are the most helpful ones. They even during their midterms, they helped us, build our CVs and all of that. So ragging policies, anti-ragging policies are there in every IIM. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, and right now we are also trying to help you guys. So like I just came from my internship and just joined the meeting for you. So seniors are good. Don't worry.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today, Aditya. Whatever you shared, the insights, I'm sure the audience must have benefited from it. And thank you again for taking time, and having this session. We are grateful for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would also like to state that I don't know what is the criteria that you have put in to select me as a candidate. But yeah, it was great talking to you, and I wish you all the best for your upcoming ventures.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.